The other thing! The other thing!
I'm better now.
Is that a bonus? That's a
like
bonus action.
I got too much HP.
Jeez, that's a bonus action. So, let's do a guiding bolt again. That hits!
Oh, so it has a lower armor class then.
Sean says, do worry. All of the worry.
So that's 5 plus 8 would be 13. And whoever attacks it next has advantage on the attack roll.
Yes.
As the roaring T-Rex is slammed into by a bolt of golden energy from the flipping coin of...
It's literally my railgun, my single scientific railgun move.
And it starts glowing.
Ooh,
For
shiny.
Leaf.
So, Philip grabs hold on his halberd with both hands and jump to attack the king. So I got advantage on my first.
You've got advantage on the first attack, yes.
Yay! So I will use that to attack with my halberd while still raging.
That is a hit.
And hello. And I will use my extra attack. So this one is at normal.
This one is normal.
Okay. Ah.
That is less good.
Yep.
He's gonna eat me now, guys.
Theodas.
Also, not that I'm next to it, all of you got advantage on this beast.
Oh.
So all of you think of clicking on advantage for Christ's sake.
Charge! Bite! Claw!
Those are both hits.
Nom 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 nom!
Romad.
So we all got advantage, huh? So I'm gonna put my advantage on. Get in there! Stabby stab!
That is a hit.
Stabby stab stab!
I'm still very much concerned at where did Philippe put the kobold child?
Actually, is actually using the cloak to make some kind of tissue cradle on it to let Ninga rest on it.
Up his ass.
Right up there.
Come on, Dragonbait.
Okay, Dragonbait can get into the combat.
I'm gonna have to move soon anyway. But I want to tame the dragon, not the dragon.
Oh, wait, no, he is at advantage.
Yes,
Can
he is.
I tame the King of Feathers, please?
No,
Why not?
because it's too big.
But I don't care. I want a dino friend.
It is too big.
Dino friend, no.
Tammy's turn.
She's gonna stay where she is.
Good plan. Torin versus
She got
Sergia.
advantage too if she attacks.
She can stab a bag of nails anyway.
I think everyone's going in for melee, aren't they?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get in there.
Can I even get over there? I can get next to Romad.
It's the least sensible plan ever fighting this kind of things.
All I can do. I have nothing ranged.
No, I mean the fact that we all go at melee.
Yeah, I mean the few that do have things that are ranged. I have nothing. So
I'm still in there. So
I'm going to attack it with my hammer.
Do you have advantage?
I have
You have
advantage.
You have advantage.
Yes.
To a smacky poo. 19?
That is
Yes.
hit.
Does it hit?
That does hit.
That has it. I am.
My cat's got behind me again.
With this one, I shall rub the. How many level 2 spell slots do I have? I've only got 2. Not much I can really do with them though. I'm going to spend to do 3d8
Okay.
on top of that. So slash 3d8. It doesn't happen to be undead or fiends.
No.
Damn it. 20.
That's pretty good, though. Where is... Yeah, no, it is a huge monstrosity.
It's a human. Wait, what?
He's a huge monstrosity.
On its turn...
On its turn.
On its turn. His turn. We'll say it's a him.
Yeah, well, I think king,
I mean,
so...
it's king, not queen.
Also, I just realised I didn't roll Bag of Nails a new initiative.
No.
Oh well.
Oh, so it's his turn now as well. Yay!
And he got advantage too.
He already has advantage to this attack, but yay!
Double advantage.
So that's...
I'm sorry, but every time I hear Tiny Scat meows, I imagine this is the King of Feathers sound.
So that's 6 plus 11, so that's minus 17.
So I should totally tame this, because then I can name it Fluff and name it after my cat.
I'd love to see you attempt to tame this.
Can I try to... How do I tame this? What's your actual role for this, buddy?
Ooh, I think you have to buy it.
You'd probably need to crit probably need to crit an animal handling check.
At the very least.
What's the crit? What is the actual crit of animal handling?
I mean, actually, this is an intelligent monstrosity, so...
I'm not gonna do...
Calm it first.
Well, I'm just gonna do this fake roll. Yeah, I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
it.
no.
And you were even at advantage.
So he is gonna bite down at... who's he gonna bite?
It's not me.
All
He's
of
got
them.
plenty. He's got plenty of choices right now.
Bag of Nails. Screw it.
Yay!
Let's go after the NPC.
Bag of Nails wants it. Does a 12 hit him?
No.
Damn it.
So he will then swing round and bat at Theodas.
What did I return to? That's the mama or the father, actually.
I knew it. I called it.
And I'm getting
Theodas, a
and I'm dead.
14.
Almost. Yeah, it kills me one shot.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where the hell is Theodas at?
I was a black bear, so I was 11.
So you had
AC
19,
and
20,
19.
Oh, okay.
26, so you take 7 points of damage.
Yes.
You need to get your eyes on a brown bear, because those have a little bit more hit points.
So it basically whips round with its tail and slams
Damn.
into the brown bear that just explodes back into Theodas.
Who doesn't look very, very, very healthy right now because of the hit.
And then as it turns face back towards you again, it roars, and a swarm of wasps pours from its mouth.
Oh, joy!
What?
It's fucking dinosaurs. Oh god!
Right.
I can't hear Alex behind you.
That's one thing. Is mostly. What's my
Honestly,
favorite?
same.
Well,
This is even my final.
Maddie,
Yeah, I returned at a pretty good time, haven't I?
you return pretty well to come back just as it's your turn. Basically, there was a giant roaring sound, and this T-Rex lumbered out of the backstage area and then disappeared and reappeared much closer to you.
Beautiful. So it's a magic dinosaur chicken thing.
It's a
Fantastic.
magic dinosaur.
It's a magic evil chicken.
I dubbed thee Barney.
And it's just breathed out a swarm of wasps.
I mean,
Doesn't like me.
I hated Barney as a child, so that's fine.
I used to have Barney toys as when I was little.
This is a T-Rex covered in feathers.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do I actually need a white feather or the heart of a hen to cast it?
I believe.
If you are using your focus, no.
Yeah, I believe your instrument counts as a focus.
Yes.
Okay.
For a bard.
I'm like, that's an odd thing to ask for a spell. But
It's pretty much, unless with components, unless it states a gold value and it says it's consumed, then you need it.
That's the only time you actually need the item.
Okay, beautiful. I mean, I'm not gonna cast that one anyways, but I noticed it earlier.
A lot of the spells have material components that either you have the focus and you use that, or you use the material component, and most things it's just assumed you can find them. And a lot of the material components are inside jokes to the spell, such as Detect Thoughts has the material component of a copper piece, aka it's literally a penny for your thoughts.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. So,
D&D is made by nerds who love inside jokes.
Yeah.
Everyone's just BSing me, Alan.
And also, just for you to know, you got advantage against the thingy.
I do have advantage against the thingy?
Because Philip is near it.
If you make an attack against it.
Ah, okay.
I guess you make an attack
Is this-
against the enemy here.
Is this like a melee attack or like a
Any type of attack.
any type of attack? Alright
The
then.
wolf pack spirit.
Moving on. I'm gonna cast
Totem Warrior of the Duck.
I did not pick that one.
Dissonant Whispers, I think, on the big bad dino.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 3. Level 3 because we need it. Are you serious? Come on,
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
I just love that it always rolls a natural one.
Single time.
I get to
No,
use
actually-
it.
Actually, you did a good roll. Actually, it's because one of them was a 1, but you rolled decently.
You rolled 17.
That you
Yeah, it's
roll
not
the one.
bad.
Yeah, but the higher level casting is always the first one. The first number is always the natural one.
Okay, as much as I'd like to point this, as much as I hate to just poop on your fun, I rolled a 10 for his wisdom save, so he failed it. But he has legendary resistance, so he just chooses to pass it. So he takes half damage. So that's
Well, frick you,
17 halved to 8.
Because you can't just do that.
Because he can.
because he's a dick.
Legendary creatures have... No, you can't. Legendary creatures are sort of the boss fights, and so they can break the rules.
Oh.
Actually, wait. I just realized that I didn't cast that at advantage. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna lower
You
it
can't
as-
cast it at advantage.
It's just a saving throw.
Renala's turn.
When they can, and to correct John, they can break the rules a number of times.
Yeah, to be
Can't
fair,
do it all.
they do have a set number of times they can break the rules.
Yeah, it's just like 20 times. It's fine. It's fine.
It's 3 times a day.
Oh, that's good.
Or at least this one is. What am I gonna do as Renala?
Kill
I
it.
don't know. That's a good question.
Gold.
Was that a spell?
Guiding bolt worked well last time.
Didn't
And,
it
and
fail?
advantage this time.
Sean says in the chat, kitty sounds are my one weakness. I'm melting. Send help.
Actually, no. We're gonna do. How many people can I target with this? 3.
Oh, it's responding.
So, Torin, Philippe, and Theodas.
Yes.
Renala flips the coin, catches it, and a little glow springs around the 3 of you.
You have been blessed.
You have been blessed by Timora. You can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving throw you need to make for the next minute.
Let's go.
So, okay, it's for the attack roll, not the damage roll. Okay.
Not the damage, just the attack.
Okay, that's still very useful.
So all 3 of you now have the little yellow mark to remind us. Philippe.
I will push on my attack. Bad cat. So first attack. Does it hit?
I can't tell you if it hits or not if you're going to roll Bardic Inspiration. And you just get to roll a d4.
Yeah, so I can add that for both the attacks, so that means...
yeah, that hits.
Okay, and I will make my extra attack. Roll 1d4, and that's the opposite, like expected, so that's a 14 for the second one.
That's a hit.
I didn't hear.
That is a hit.
Okay.
So that's 8 more points of damage. Theodas.
I has a question.
Yes.
If I disengage
Yes.
and get back, can I still shoot him with a short bow or a long bow? Or
Disengage is an action.
so no. Then.
So no.
Okay, then I'm not going to disengage. I'm gonna die. But what can I do? What can I do? I'm gonna flame blade this guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
'Cause
Don't
I
forget-
can do that.
Attacks are at advantage if this is an attack.
I'm still at advantage anyway. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna flame blade this mofo. Touch. Crook. Where's the flame blade? It's there.
That is a hit.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna just rereading the blessed thing. So the attack roll saving throw, so it's not the damage roll.
Not the
the
damage.
attack roll. Okay.
So now it's the turn of the swarm of wasps.
Anna's behind me.
It is.
Um,
They're gonna like trying to get into your fizzy drinks and landing your sandwiches and stuff.
yeah, it's going to move down into Romad's square.
Fucking get out of my space,
14,
boy.
14 to hit Romad.
Yeah.
It does 10 damage as it's just a swarm of insects biting, swarm of wasps just stinging and biting you.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stop it! No! Fuck! Yeah, Jesus! Fuck!
Just
Romad,
so what kind of power what kind of magic can I use to actually like buzz them off me?
you can attempt to swing at them with the Shadow Blade. If you've got any other spells, you can attempt to use them against it.
I could probably use vampiric touch on it.
Yeah. That is a hit. Sorry, are you attacking? You're attacking the swarm, or you're attacking?
I'm taking the swarm, but then again, is that not even an advantage, is it?
That wouldn't be an advantage.
I'll just I'll take the dinosaur.
Okay.
I'll take the dinosaur.
That is a hit.
I'm going to put it as level 3 again.
Yes.
And I'm getting 12 points back left. Do I get 12 points back?
You do.
Oh yeah!
It's getting redder.
Dragon bait. Dragon bait. Dragon bait. There you are.
Bait.
It's blushing. Oh, I wish it was blushing, because then maybe it would get shy and run away, but no. It's just getting bloody.
It's just like its little tiny arms are just holding its cheek. Oh, senpai!
Tammy.
Finish it.
I'll let you take over this one.
I think she's better off staying where she is.
She's tiny. She can't deal with big guys just yet.
Actually, no. What she's going to do is she's going to come over here and start just stabbing at the swarm of over here and start stabbing at the swarm of insects.
She's gonna start stabbing up the back of Torin's head.
And deals 1 point of damage to the swarm of insects, just like sword fighting, swashbuckling against wasps' stingers.
It's so cute.
Torin Sergiesh.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Oh, there you go. Still looking at them.
My thing. Do I still have advantage on smack?
You do.
Yes.
As long as Philip's within.
As long as Philippe is alive and well. And
Alive, well, and within 5 feet of the target.
Attack! 24.
Plus, you're blessed, so you can roll another 4, but that hits.
Can I roll another 4 to the damage, or is it
Nope,
just a hit?
it's just the to hit.
Okay, I shall rub this one naturally.
Rub this one naturally.
There's 13 points first. Did I take my second attack last time? I can't remember if I did. I think I did.
I think you did. Fairly certain you did. At this point, how do you want to do this?
Actually, I didn't. But either way, I don't know. I want to kind of. Has it like leant down to bite anyone or anything like that?
It leant down to attempt to bite Bag of Nails, and it's looking like it's going to try the same thing again.
So I just like grab onto its head and just like stove in its eye with my hammer. I just keep fucking whacking at it and whacking at it until it, and then just ride its body down.
It is definitively dead.
Define definitively.
Where its eye used to be is now a space about the size of the end of Torin's warhammer, where he has just repeatedly used it to mash the side of its face and eye and brain behind it into jam.
See, that's why it's red. Then no jam with honey. Yeah, no. Don't want to have that together. I don't think.
I think it's dead.
It is. It is dead. You have defeated Bag of Nails. And eventually...
Bag of Nails!
You have defeated the King of Feathers. And eventually, Tammy will wear down the swarm of insects that slowly dissipates now that the King of Feathers is dead and no longer psychically controlling the insects.
So as
Can I
the
see
King
what's
of
on
Feather, so as the King of Feather is down, Enos will kind of like roll on the ground and sigh and just say, "Well, that was easy."
Let's raid his corpse!
Can I start see to cut pieces of meat to. Oh shit. Hello.
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 Yes. I was asking if I could start looking to cut pieces of meat for later, especially the liver.
Make me a
Oh shit, I left it on.
survival check.
Yep. At normal survival. There it is.
You make a bit of a slapdash job of it. Between you and Theodas, you manage to collect some meat for later, but a lot of it is spoiled. But you've got some T-Rex steaks that you can have for dinner tonight.
Nom 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 nom.
Yes, the domestic god of the group.
I am going to pick a feather from it.
Fluff. Yeah,
Actually, no. I'm going to pick a feather from it, and I want to try to extract a tooth.
Okay.
I want to extract a tooth as well.
You can all take some time to extract teeth from its mouth and feathers from its hide, if you want to.
How big are its claws?
On its hands, it's got quite sizable claws, and on its feet, it's got even larger claws that would...
I try to take one of the feet to see how it looks.
King of feathers feather. King of feathers tooth.
Oh.
She wants more treats.
So Sean has completely knelt down because of the kitty sounds.
Kitty noises.
Also, Brian says, "Everyone get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur."
Yes.
And Sean says, "The bag of feathers and king of nails."
Yes. Do both.
I'm gonna make a necklace. I'm gonna use to make it out of a necklace.
Um,
And probably give it to my boyfriend.
I'm just going to add this to my random collection of stuff I've taken from big things we've killed.
I
I have a red dragon scale.
Would you guys like to look around the amphitheatre before you leave?
Sure.
Probably.
Please stop meowing, jeez.
Cautiously.
Bag
Meowing leaf.
Bag of nails. Bag of nails, for his part, will bow to your mighty hunting prowess, points you in the direction of a shrine that lies nearby, and, assuming you allow him to, will leave.
Go. No.
Where's he going?
He's going to go back to his basement.
I mean, he did say that he was going to help. He would join us to hunt the King of Feathers. He didn't say anything about staying with us for all time.
Fair.
Yeah, but I'm not sure Romad will actually live.
We didn't leave. We didn't leave anything important.
No.
No.
Basement, did we? No. Okay.
And you've got his poison.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
As long as we
So,
just keep an eye out for him, in case he tries to stalk us again.
Romad is grumpy looking at bag of shit.
Do you wish to let him leave, or
If he wishes, he can leave.
I'm waiting for Roma? Okay.
For now.
So Bag of Nails disappears into the dark.
Goodbye, bag of dicks.
Bye, bag dicks.
And I will also stop combat. As you search the rooms, there's an underground maze under the amphitheatre. That's a series of darkened corridors that allow you to get around and get behind and up onto the stage from all sorts of different angles. and also out into the audience should you need to. As you look through it, you come across a number of items. You find an electrum platter inscribed with images of Chultan feasting rituals.
Electrum
Platter. It's inscribed with images of Chultan feasting rituals. You find an Omuan death mask made of painted gold.
Creepy.
Yes, Philippe, you can craft a dagger from King of Feathers' foot.
Whoa, thanks.
Meow again, I dare you.
What?
Do any of you have? Does Romat have?
I have a cat.
Who has what? What does what?
I'm just trying. Yeah.
What?
You find a helmet.
Helmets?
Oh, what type of helmet?
It's a metallic helmet with made of gold. The section that goes over the eyes looks to be like an owl's beak and eyes,
Ooh.
with a purple lens over one of the eyes. The top of the helmet looks like a metallic brain.
Interesting. Can I detect magic on it?
Seraphine, make a stealth check.
I shall try. No, my stealth is alright, yeah.
You do manage to sneak up on Theodas.
Boo.
Okay. Theodas will probably be scared, and he will instantly draw his sword, turn around, and wave his sword to whatever scared him.
Do I need to duck or dodge, or what do I need to roll for that?
I think the sword would go way above you.
Well, instinctively she'll duck anyways, and then she'll like take off the mask and be like, "Okay, never scaring you again."
It is magical.
Ooh.
Theodas will just. I have a lot of history.
So it's
People sneaking up on me. Don't do that.
What
There's
kind
a
of
metallic
magic?
helm made of gold with an owl face and a brain on top.
Yes.
Is there a picture of this?
There is, but it says the name of the thing on it, so I can't share it with you.
Can I, despite detecting magic, is there a way that what type of magic it is?
No.
The tech magic will tell you what kind of magic it is.
My Eldritch side. It is pretty much detect magic Eldritch side.
Yeah,
is.
you can't detect magic.
1 moment, let me work out what type of magic it is.
It tells you what school it is, at least.
What school? That's what I meant.
Divination magics.
Ooh. I forgot what type of my magic is.
But it doesn't tell you what the thing is, it just tells you that it's divination.
You can either, if any of you have identification, you can cast that, or identify.
I don't believe any of us do.
I don't think you do.
No.
You can also take a short rest and concentrate on it to attune to it.
Oh, I really want to go for it, but I think since that's someone who I was find it, I think they should go for it. But I'm curious why this little helmet because it sounds so awesome.
Out of character and slightly metagamey, it sounds like something but at the same time it's got parts where I don't recognise it.
So Theodas, you can roll a d6.
Oh, he's gonna tune to it.
No, he's rolling hit dice.
Ah.
So you can get
I don't
6
care
more
about
hit
your
dice.
I'm also going to roll hit dice because I'm not very bad, but I
Whoa.
get 14 of the 2 I needed.
So would anybody like to
You know what?
attune to the helm?
I'll go for it.
Okay, if Romad goes for it, I'll let Romad go for it.
I was also going to volunteer, but if Romance.
Sorry, I kind of went straight to it. If he was like, "Can you fucking not, Danny?"
It's about that owl makes me think maybe something of night vision, which I need. So.
Got a point.
You concentrate for the short rest on this helmet.
Okay.
And you instinctively, at the end of it, you're attuned to it. You can now use its properties.
Okay.
While wearing this helmet, you can use an action to cast the spell Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
As long as you maintain concentration on the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature that you are focused on, and it can reply to you using its bonus action to do so.
I like that.
While you are focusing on a creature with Detect Thoughts, you can use an action to cast the Suggestion spell from the helm on that creature. Once you use the Suggestion spell, that property of it cannot be used again until the next dawn.
Okay, that's fine. How heavy is the item?
It is... doesn't list a weight.
Should I just put it as 2?
But it is 2. It's a little bit heavy. It's a metal helm, but it's a helm of telepathy.
It's so cool.
Well, you know what? I will join you so you don't sound as bad.
You're actually playing in bear.
Out of character, this is such a cool thing.
You can tell them in character what it does now.
Yes, if you wish.
If you want
he's
to.
Gonna put it on. He's gonna focus on Theodas.
Theodas, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh,
Instant
no.
kills you.
No, this is actually pretty neat.
Saving throw, sorry.
In that case, I think I know what it is now.
Does it work?
It does not.
Ah.
This helmet doesn't work.
You kind of picked the wrong person. The people who have wisdom up the wazoo, you don't
Right,
really
who
want
has shit wisdom save?
Well,
think
I
we
have a
missed
question. Does Theodas notice that Romad just attempted something?
Yeah.
You notice that Romad is looking at you, and you can feel something in the back of your mind.
My wisdom
Theodas is going to turn to Romad and say, okay, I played I know I play bad, but still, stop looking at me like that.
I was just
Okay,
testing out the
my wisdom is 0 or 11, so I might not.
Give it a go. Give it a wisdom save.
Seraphine, Romad turns and looks at you. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay, let's give her a go.
That's
Probably not.
What is at the forefront of Seraphine's mind at this moment?
He's saying hello.
It's probably
Oh.
surely it would be. Why is Romad staring at me?
Hey there. Check this out.
It's not the first thing at the front of her mind.
So
but,
what is at the forefront of Seraphine's mind right now?
Huh. And no. It's probably something along the lines of, okay.
Roman is stupid in this.
It's probably along the lines of something like, okay, I need to discuss this with him tonight? Question mark. She doesn't specify who him is though. That's like.
You can choose to keep concentrating on Seraphine.
Nah, he's just gonna let go. He's gonna literally say it out loud and discuss what lot tonight.
And Seraphine will just kind of like look at Romad, and she'll just like look at him with like a curious dog head tilt, and she's just like,
He points at the helmet.
what does that helmet let you do?
Read minds.
Read minds. I can read your thoughts at the moment.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
Very neat,
Fantastic.
actually.
Beautiful.
But don't worry, I won't use this all the time. I won't use this for like, enemy
Use it
stuff.
for good.
Use it for good and deal with bad people.
So just to go over what it does for everybody to be able to know, so that we can all have fun with it. While you're wearing the helmet, you can use an action to cast the spell Detect Thoughts. As long as you maintain concentration on the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to the creature that you are focusing on. The creature can reply using a bonus action to do so while your focus continues on it. Also, while focusing on a creature using Detect Thoughts, you can use another action to cast the Suggestion spell.
Ooh,
Oh, interesting.
that's actually nice.
What does the suggestion spell does? Is just basically suggest it to someone else.
You make a suggestion and they follow it if they fail the save.
You make a suggestion that is about a sentence or two and doesn't immediately put the creature into harm's way.
Basically Inception.
So I suggest you cooperate.
Yeah.
I suggest you sit down there and wait.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I suggest you hop on one foot.
To be honest,
Yes.
if a Rhyme Man didn't have this, who would actually use it like more? I'm kind of curious now. Actually, who would have actually going to use it better? I think. Yeah, this goes actually well for his floor.
Damn it.
I suggest you remove all your clothes. Please don't.
Suggestion also is... how long does it last? It's 8 hours, I think.
Yeah, about 8 hours. I think.
Suggestion lasts for up to 8 hours.
What is this helmet called again?
It's the Helm of Telepathy. So yeah, you suggest a course of action limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature that you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself on a spear, immolate itself, or do something obviously harmful stops the spell. The creature makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what you asked it to do.
Can you actually suggest the subject to harm someone else?
If it would make sense for them to do so and wouldn't immediately cause it to come to harm.
Question. What if I don't if something's been attuned to it, but you don't want it to happen? Like, what happens if the attunement stops? Like, what's the way of the attunement to stop?
You have to take another short rest, I believe.
Like, so basically, if I don't want it, I take a short rest.
Yes.
And okay.
Oh, also, if you or any of your companions damage the target of the suggestion, the spell ends early.
Got it.
Similarly, if the task can be completed shorter than the 8 hours, it will finish the task and then realise a spell has been cast on it and
only need 10 hours
stop. So, for instance, with Theodas's idea, I suggest you remove all your clothes. you've just then got someone who's really annoyed and naked, and then puts their clothes back on again. Whereas I suggest you go and sit down there and wait. They will sit down there and wait for 8 hours.
Oh, I got a picture of it.
And there's the picture of it.
I found a good picture of it. I swear this is what I think it is. I'll put it in. Did you print that, Gary? I'll put it in the D&D artwork because I was just literally researching it because cool. It's cool.
Ooh, interesting.
Is that what it looks like? Because you didn't mention it was like an owl face with a brain on the back.
Helm of telepathy.
Yep, that's it.
That is pretty neat.
Okay. At this point, you've finished everything. It's getting to early evening, late afternoon time. Bag of Nails pointed out that there is a shrine here.
Where? There? Boy, oh boy! Shrine before we finish off for the night. Just have a little
What
bit.
time is it? Because we like travelled all the way down from
It's
where Briarden and
but between the fight and short rests and all the travel, it's late afternoon, early evening.
So roughly like 4 p.m.-ish?
Yeah, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay.
To be honest, we do have our first base here.
That's true.
Damn it, I should have used the telepathy and bag of shit.
So if we want to go to the first base afterwards, not so
So
far.
we could, if we wanted to tackle this shrine tonight, we could tackle it, and then instead of walking all the way back to Bag of Nails' place, which would probably get us there late into the night, we could just go back to our original base.
Yeah, sounds good to me. We'll sort it out.
I mean, it's about the same distance to either of the bases that you've got at the moment. You could camp out at the amphitheatre, which seems to be fairly quiet now that you've killed everything that lived there.
now that you've destroyed all, it seems pretty quiet.
Okay, so we have options.
If you set off now, it'll be a few hours, and you can get back to either of your bases sort of at or just after nightfall, or you can tackle a shrine while you're here.
What do you say, guys?
How is everyone like doing for like spells and health and shit?
Pretty good, actually.
I've used a few of my spells, and I'm at full health. So
It's just obviously whatever is in here. Maybe it may be combat based, or it may be more puzzly. But
I have almost all my spells, I
mean, I think I
HP.
have like one spell.
Yeah. So I'm
My
pretty much
slots.
fine.
yeah,
My
I
slots
got
are
all
really
my spells
weird.
as well.
I'm fine too.
Well,
One
we can do
doesn't
it.
seem to exist, so I'm doing it.
Let's do this.
Woo! Let's go.
I've only done 2 like level 3s, and that's pretty much it.
It's gonna be the last thing we do for the day.
So if everyone's happy to go for it, let's go for it.
Let's go.
Okay, let me get you
That's
in.
gonna make my roll 20.
Let's go. Go for the map of.
Be
Yeah.
fine.
Are you sure this is totally open all that?
Maybe we do need to get those shrines dealt with if we want to save.
That is fair. I mean, to be fair, it's not like after we get all the things at the 9 shrines that everything's immediately dealt with anyways, but
But
it's
we're one step closer. Exactly.
So let's see, I've got Renala, I've got Theodas, I've got Seraphine, Torin, Romad, Tammy, Philippe. Am I missing someone?
Dragonbait should be with us.
Dragonbait.
Should still be with.
Dragon bait.
And Riordan is with us in spirit.
Goodness.
Riordan,
And also-
where are you? Dragonbait! That's not gonna work, you know that.
Damn it!
So,
Come on, Dragon Bait.
Sorry.
Good day, Nobu, right? How's it?
Is this the Theatus asking us?
No,
or is
it's
Sammy
me.
asking?
So, become your
I'm good.
I
How
guess
are
I
you
can
guys?
I can ask you the theater.
So as you approach the shrine, carvings of monkeys hanging by their tails decorate the 2 cracked obelisks that stand before a shrine enclosed by broken walls. Past the obelisks
Oh, it's monkey.
Past the obelisks is a courtyard filled with horsetails and arum lilies, and 5 archways that open into darkness at the base of the ruin. And also crowding into the courtyard are several snake people.
Snake people?
Oh, the UNTs.
The UNTs.
Those
How many
sassy
snake
bitches.
people?
1,000 of them.
I'm sure we're about to find out.
As soon as the map loads. Whoa.
Oh god,
There we
it
go.
lags so bad.
So much lag.
Ah,
There we
Oh,
are.
boy.
I see it 3.
I see nothing.
I
At
see
least-
that.
Really see-
There we go. There we go. No. Shoot.
I see a snaky snoo, and I see 2
Nick.
Well,
bad looking
I'm
women.
assuming the 2, that one, and Sneaky Snooze, or Sneaky Snooze of some description.
I'm
Or
gonna do
you
a
mad
thingy.
because I can't see them.
Hey there.
God damn it.
Apparently there's a computer that is not having fun.
If I rolled a 14, but I could token, but apparently
Yeah. Stuff. Boink.
So we've got 1, 2,
Never mind.
at least 2,
3.
3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, we're still at 4.
I know.
We got pure
feel-
bloods.
I like counting. Pure bloods.
Yeah, even UNTs are racist.
Oh no. What?
21.
What about the 7? There's a lot of Yantis here.
I don't feel happy about this.
Hey, we fought a fucking motherfucking T-Rex. We can.
Ooh, Tammy is sleeping.
I'm merely going by the fact of
Oh,
last
Dragon
time
Bait.
during
Tommy, Dragon Bait did last.
Zelda, everyone was saying we were gonna die when we were facing like a couple of zombies.
Yeah, but we're not the same level of expertise.
Come on,
Expertise,
Renala.
skills.
Let's not get a
Come on,
1.
Renala, you got this.
That's not a 1. That's a
Yes.
2.
That's a 2, John.
I am very disappointed in every.
I'm very disappointed in the NPC party.
I got a 14, but I didn't highlight my.
Okay.
Oh god.
So
Don't-
add manually, John.
We are... We're gonna be fine, I swear it.
Yeah, we're.
For Leaf,
Don't
Yes.
look at the stream.
it is your go.
So,
I'm scared to look at
let's. I will try to move stealthily. So the first thing I will do is give Ningar to Renala to keep him safe. Or
No,
sneakily to.
you take that to someone else, but not Renana.
Orvex will take the kobold.
She's among the last one to move, so that's
Yeah,
the safe.
but I don't care. You don't give that to a
So I got that. Let's see. Do I have to use feline agility? No.
Yes.
So then I will start raging. Advantage because of the stealth and stuff like that.
Sorry, I missed some of that. Do you have advantage?
Because of stealth and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the first attack.
Thank you.
Just wake me up until it gets to my turn.
I will scream a war cry while jumping on. Shit, my shit is blocking me. Yep. Jumping
Well,
on this one
Okay.
while raging and attacking it from because that's strategy. I mean, did you see how they were placed? There was no way to use stealth at advantage and stuff like that. So that's harder.
That is a hit.
Alright. Who's that? And the second one. And then I will use extra attack.
That is also a hit. Jeebus.
Okay.
So this
It's not
pure
a carrier, it's demon carrier.
this pure blood will come forward and swing at you with its scimitar.
You know what we're really sad about, guys? There's no grenades game.
That's a 17 and a 12.
Yeah, the first one barely hits, so that's minus 3.
So yeah, that's 6 half to 3. And this one 5.
Also, who the hell is Orvek?
Ovex is
Guy
the
10, 15,
Architect.
yeah, the guy
20,
we
25, 30.
saved.
Oh,
I'll kill this.
You're coming quite. You're not.
Seraphine.
Okay. As I see this one approaching, I'm gonna move up to here. And I'm gonna cast, before I use Mythcarver, I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on who shall I cast it on? I'll cast it on Theodos. Because I think he's pretty much after me, right?
He
after
is
me,
next,
possibly?
yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'll cast it on him. Mythcarver. So let's go with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Does that hit?
That does hit.
Oh, it does hit. Oh, okay. That's good. 8.
They're not wearing armor.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Theodos. They're wearing long, flowy dresses.
so by the way, I have no color. How does the one I hit look after the damage?
Not very happy.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
I'm gonna use flame arrow
Okay.
and shoot.
So
This no,
that will transform a number of ranged shots into the flame arrows. You should have
Should have like 11 flame arrows. Oh, I don't know.
I was going to say there should be an attack somewhere. Did I finish making that? Yeah, you've got a short bow +1 bracket FL.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna use my bardic
Yep.
It's 1d6.
1d6.
12. No, 11.
11 will just hit.
See, bardic inspiration helps.
So that's the bardic inspiration used.
Off me. Thanks, Seraphine.